Hello, and welcome to another episode of Things You May Not Know. In my previous video, I showed you how to use the traditional method for gathering fabric, but using that method on large bits of fabric can be kind of tedious. So today, I'm going to share my favorite trick for doing quick and easy gathering. First, you'll need a long length of some sort of thin, strong string. I've seen others use things like thin cord or even dental floss. I like using crochet thread. I have several yards of it rolled up on this spool. We're going to be using a zigzag stitch to sew this to our fabric. Bump your stitch length up and adjust your stitch width wide enough that it's going to create a casing over your string instead of sewing through it. Pin one end of your string to the edge of your fabric and sew the entire length of your piece. Be careful that you don't accidentally catch the string with any of your stitches. This is where a cording foot can really come in handy to help avoid any mishaps. Once you've sewn all the way to the end, simply pull on your string and voila! Just look at how quick and easy that was. Before I leave you, I want to give you a few tips to help you get the most out of this hack. First, you'll need to be sure that all of your stitching is inside the seam allowance. This ensures that you can remove the string later after your seam is sewn. If you have a narrow seam allowance, you'll either need to widen it or put your stitching on the other side of the seam line and just remove all of that stitching after you've sewn the seam. Pro tip, if you have the narrow seam allowance and you have to sew it on the other side of the seam, use a thread that's the same color as your fabric, and then if you get lazy and don't want to remove the stitches, no one will know. Because, yeah, I noticed today, all of my thread is still here. And I've had this dress for like 4 or 5 years, so who's gonna know? Second, it may be annoying to work with, but don't cut the string. That way, you can simply roll it back up and use it again in the future. And third, if you want to secure a section of gathering, like you're matching up your notches, just stick a pin through that string. I love this trick and I've used it many times. Like this dress, and this skirt, and this skirt, and this petticoat, and this skirt, and this skirt, and this skirt, and this dress. Oh my god. And now you know. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, be sure to give me a follow. If you can think of any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, just leave me a comment or send me a DM. Goodbye. And I have to put all of these back up. Why did I do this?